Hello, my darling phoenixes, and welcome to my day 23 of my February month-long video daily challenge. Daniela here, and I am coming to you as a challenge to myself daily in videos to bring to you just a little bit of wisdom or a bit of fun just to brighten your day. To more or less bring a challenge to myself to get more of myself out there, to share myself with you so that we can really get this community going and sharing and openness, and so you know more about who I am and what we're trying to do and foster here. So along those lines, I just got off of a client session, and this came up in it, and it's something that I want to share with you all because it is something that does come up quite a bit. It's come up, in my own life, of course, and it's something that I think that, you may be able to relate to. So, she says to me, she goes, Daniela, I'm trying to do the homework that you gave me, and, trying to do my 5-minute journal, and I am just really struggling with, finding things that I am grateful for, because to be honest, my work kind of sucks, and my commute is, shitty, and my husband, he doesn't pay attention to me really like he used to, and my kids, they're getting to that age where they don't listen to me anymore, and I just, I'm just really struggling to find things to be grateful for. So, do you have any, advice for that? And I said, well, absolutely, and I was so glad that she brought it to me because, getting stuck like that can really be a roadblock for people as they, go through this growing process and trying to dig things out. So, maybe you find yourself in a, similar position to, my student earlier today. And so I wanted to come and share this with you for my video today. And the answer to that question is something that is really simple. But of course, as always, it's, a matter of remembering to do it, right? So, really what I find is that when we go to, do this gratitude thing, the gratitude thing, right? You hear, a lot of people, they're like, gratitude, you got to do the gratitude, you got to be thankful for everything, go da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, right? And I do find that there are times where, we struggle to find things to be grateful for, because our lives just seem so inundated with stuff. So this is what I told her, and hopefully you can find a little nugget for yourself as a takeaway in it. What I told her is that all too often we are thinking too big when it comes to gratitude. We're thinking too big because, there are these big factors, in our lives, such as our jobs and our families and, our home life and the state of our house and, our cars and, so on and so forth and whatever. And thinking about that can often be super overwhelming. So what I like to tell people and share with people and recommend people do is break it down into smaller things. Break it down into the super basis of whatever that it could be. And you may feel kind of silly doing this, to be honest, and I'm going to give you an example here in a second. And you may feel kind of silly doing this, and of course you could do it in your head, you don't necessarily have to do it out loud. And your inner critic may come at you and say, well, that's so insignificant, why do you need to be grateful for that? And the inner critic loves just chewing on this stuff. Really dogging on you for, you don't really have anything to be grateful for. I mean, that is an absolute thing the inner critic loves. So anytime you, feel like, oh, I don't have anything to be grateful for, that's your inner critic, so you feel free to ignore them. Luckily, we have the choice where you're like, you know what? Screw you. I'm going to ignore you. And if you can start to laugh at it like that, too, that is a really great way to be able to combat said inner critic. But anywho, breaking it down into smaller pieces, that is a great way to start to find things to be grateful for. So if you're sitting here watching me, maybe you have a snack next to you, or a drink. I got the leftover rest of my coffee from this morning. And I'm sitting out here on this wonderfully dreary, rainy day. Maybe you can hear it. Hopefully you can. I love it. So, actually, I'll just hold it for a prop. Vanna White. How do you break down, oh, I'm grateful for my coffee? Think about it like this. Really break it down. I am grateful for the coffee bean trees or bushes that grew the beans for me to be able to enjoy this drink. I'm grateful for the people that harvested those beans and processed them, because that's a heck of a lot of work. I don't know if you've ever looked into how like cocoa and coffee is made, and like they start with these big ass pods and stuff, and they have to break them down and shell them and do all crazy kinds of shit. I'm grateful for all of those people that do all of that work so that I could sit here with my cup of coffee. I am grateful for the people in the supermarket that put that coffee out on the shelves so that I could pick it up at my convenience and take it home and make it whenever I want. That is how you can break things down. So if you've got a snack next to you, like I like to munch on cheese sometimes, okay? I am grateful to the cows that produced this milk that created this cheese. It could be as simple as that. I am grateful to the cows that created the milk, that created the cheese that I am eating right now so that I could eat it. It could be as simple as breaking things down into those little pieces like that. I am grateful to the people that helped process the milk and collect it so that I could be eating this cheese. You know, and again, it does seem silly at times, and I totally understand that. And of course, finding the humor in life is, you know, part of the magic of being able to combat, you know, your inner critic and all of these things, you know, nasty things it says to you, and, you know, even your outer critics too. But when it comes to finding things to be grateful for, there are so many things that you could break down and find that, yes, they may be simple, and yes, it's like, you know, really breaking it down and going into the nuts and bolts, but try it. I challenge you to try it. And try it just for the rest of the day. Maybe try it for the weekend, when you can remember. If you can remember, take it into the week. See how you feel at the end of the week. And if you feel so inclined, I'd love to hear your story. You can drop that in the comments below, because this will be here somewhere in the feed. It absolutely changes the way that you are vibrating. Even just to take that 30 seconds or a minute and think, yeah, I am grateful to the trees that produced this thing, or the animal that produced this thing. It's, you know, being grateful for your food, being great, you know, even if you're just, you know, you're watching me in bed and you're feeling so shitty you weren't able to get out of bed today, which, been there, totally understand, you know, shit's hard sometimes. But even then, I'm grateful for the bed that I get to sit in right now. It is so comfortable. I am grateful for this comfortable bed. I am grateful for the sheets and the, you know, comforter or the blanket that I have to comfort me. I am grateful for the pillow that I have to rest my head on. I am grateful for the building that I have to shelter me while I'm in the bed. Break it down. Break it down. And just taking that time. Again, you may feel silly doing it from the space that you're in, and I totally understand that. But it is proven that by taking the time to change your thoughts, you are creating new pathways and new neurons and new connections in your brain that, if continually reinforced, will lead to new feelings, new habits, new patterns, new actions. The sky's the limit. So give it a try. Try breaking things down and seeing how many little things that you can find 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 15 seconds to be grateful for in your day. And I'd love to hear how that impacts you. So from me here, Daniela, thank you for watching my day 23 of my month-long video challenge. I hope that that helps you and that gives you a little bit of nugget of something to take away. And I will see you tomorrow for my day 24. Thank you all for watching. As always, throw #replay in the bottom if you're watching this after the live. I'd love to know. I'd love to hear from you all as always. I hope you are enjoying your weekend, and I will see you next time. Love you all. Mwah.